Born and bred in Tuscaloosa, not raised in Baton Rouge. Didn't ride no wagon train to Norman or to Boone. They said I'd never make it, just a name they overlook. Now I'm burning up their game plans and ripping up their books. No 5-star shine, no silver spoon. I came up grinding on the Friday night moves. Now they feel me coming like a 4th down blitz. Got 'em talking sideways, throwing fits. But I must admit, I can't quit. 'Cause I'm the outlaw of college football. Ain't no stripes can hold me back. I don't need their legacy or no booster money stack. I don't bow to no tradition. Ain't no handshake deals I need. I just play for pride, for fire, and the will to make 'em bleed. I ain't on your media darlings list. No Heisman hype, no clean cut script. But every time that whistle blows, I leave my soul out on that road. They talk about dynasties and brands, but I built mine with my own hands. Ain't got no statue, no parade, just broken dreams and lines I've laid. I'm the outlaw of college football, the storm they never saw.
And a little something here to get you fired up. Check it out.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Woo! Nothing like a little tombstone to get you fired up for a little college softball. As we now, not just the outlaw of college football, we're the outlaw of college softball, we're the outlaw of college hockey, we're the outlaw of college tennis, golf, baseball, gymnastics, lacrosse, anything that's related to college sports. We are the outlaws because we are, or this is, the home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Tennessee and Ole Miss pregame for y'all. I might have to step out for a second, but I'm going to let the inmates run the asylum. We're not inmates. We're great Americans. We're real Americans. We would never be inmates. So instead of inmates run the asylum, the outlaws, that's you guys, the common Joes and the common Sallies in the know, will run the show until I get back. In the meantime, y'all can chat it up. I can also put a link in here if y'all want to come on and help me run the show in my absence. By all means, you can click on that link and I will get y'all started. Just have to turn off everything in the background and watch the game with us. So let's go ahead and pull this game up for y'all. Tennessee and Ole Miss have yet to start, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up the announcers for y'all. Let's see what we got here. All right, share screen. There we go. All right, here we go. Boom, shakalaka boom. Or as they like to say in Oklahoma, boomer, shakalaka boomer. To a sooner. And there it is. It's talking about the Texas number 4 seed. I don't understand their fascination with Texas. And I'm not an Oklahoma fan, so y'all can't come in here and say you're just saying that because you're an Oklahoma guy. I do like Oklahoma, but they're not my favorite team. My favorite team is Alabama. But I've noticed that a lot of the shit, I thought it might be an exaggeration, but a lot of the shit that's been said about Texas is actually true. I don't see much exaggeration going on for the Texas long turds, as we like to call them up in here, because all they do is talk shit and don't do shit. But I do have some good Texas friends, I must say. There are some actually good Texas people out there. Not many, but there are some. Just like the Barn Monkeys in Lee County. There's some good Auburn people out there. Not many, but some. Same thing, Tennessee Volunteers. Got some great fans for Tennessee, but then there's some that's not so great. But I guess that's probably with every fan base, right? Probably not. It's probably just them. No, just play. No, really, I'm not playing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn this game on for y'all and let it roll. Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, brother. Let it roll.
Making that much of a difference when you talk about a rise ball that's jumping. You don't want it to be like an escalator, right? You don't want it to go like this at an angle. You want the rise ball to come in and jump up like an elevator. That's the difference between a good rise and an okay rise. Mm-hmm. So if you can get a rise ball that looks like an elevator on the corners, now we're talking money.
Elevator, not escalator.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, no, nice. I do. I something to watch.
It gives a better visual.
Well, those of us that didn't
they
grow
don't have
up
that in
playing the game,
baseball.
they don't have a rise ball in
baseball.
If they had a rise, that'd be strange if they had a rise ball in baseball. They got all kind of like gyro balls and stuff, but they got no rise ball.
A splinker, all these things.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about. Look at this, right? Let's talk about this Rebel team. Don't let the Rebs get hot.
Don't
right?
let them
Auburn's doing it. Ole Miss is doing it. The walk-offs to beat Mississippi State on back-to-back days to end last weekend's series. The win yesterday. What is dangerous about them right now?
It's the confidence, I think, for me. Like Ole Miss coming into that Mississippi State series, I think a lot of people had a lot of doubts about them. Yes, the RPI is there kind of on the bubble to be able to host, but this is a team that's capable of winning big-time games. We saw them beat Tennessee 2 out of 3, but it's been the inconsistencies, right? It seems like now, since at the start of the Mississippi State series, they've played more consistent. They've had better at-bats. They're willing to pass the bat. It's not necessarily people just trying to hit a solo home run every time they step up to the plate. It's, okay, I'll take a walk. Okay, I'll take a hit by pitch. Give me a little CNI single. Continue to pass the bat and have competitive at-bats. And we've seen contribution from really everyone in this lineup. Madi George obviously comes to mind, having 11 home runs in her last 15 games coming into the tournament. She's been outstanding. But Kennedy Bunker had a 2-home run game from the leadoff spot in that Mississippi State series. So it's the energy, it's the confidence from Ole Miss, I think, for me.
Yeah, I like the confidence as well. All it takes is a few swings to make a hitter feel comfortable in the box. But I also think that the pitching performances are going to make a big difference for Ole Miss. Yesterday, we saw Emily Boyer come in and throw a heck of a game. And I think when, again, you go back to pitchers, it's not always about the strikeouts. It's not about the big pitch. Sometimes it's just jamming a hitter up, getting them off balance, and letting your defense work behind you. And that's what we saw yesterday that led Ole Miss to that win, is playing great defense behind Emily Boyer.
A reminder, Ole Miss is right there on the fringe of that top 16-ish RPI. They're certainly in consideration to be a regional host. What a win over Tennessee could do for them if they're able to get that. Kyra Aycock throwing for them. Sage Margecko, not Karlyn Pickens, in the circle for Tennessee. First pitch is getting closer.
Here you leave today and enter a world of cool kids.
A world of high scores. A world of cool friends. And playtime.
This summer, get a 4-day 4-park magic ticket from $109 per day plus tax.
Your 9 a.m. is here. Layoffs, downsizing. The clock is ticking.
Lab's carrying that football into the end zone.
So beautifully put.
Does he even like fashion?
It needs to be protected.
All right, we have work to do. And by we, I mean you. Ready?
Click, 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 everywhere I go.
Fashion. This is what runway does best.
My boss is better than your boss.
The Devil Wears Prada 2, rated PG-13. Now play.
Barcelona taking on Real Madrid.
This is more than a rivalry. The match that shuts down the world. On this canvas, one strike can change it all. El Clasico on ESPN and ESPN Deportes.
Who's your friend? Nikki? This one's yours.
It's more than love at first sight. NWSL Sundays on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app.
Whoa.
You need some water.
I need a martini.
I love the sound of cooking.
Aren't you sad that you're not eating it right now? I'm Stanley Tucci, and I want to invite you on a journey through the country that I love, Italy.
Just enjoy. Cheers.
Man, that's good.
Oh.
Well, I'm never leaving. See, grazie.
All right, just a few minutes from getting going with Ole Miss and Tennessee. And how about Sage Marjeko being presented her SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year award? That is massive, monumental. Talk about doing it all the right way, priorities where they need to be.
I mean, she's putting the student and student athlete. What an accomplishment. And I'm pretty sure I read that her degree was in biology.
It's
biomedical
something
that
smarter.
we obviously did not major in.
We didn't do that. So shout out to you, Sage.
In addition to getting that, she's getting the start.
Yes.
Right? I think the biological sciences, biochemistry, and cellular and molecular biology with a 3.8.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
3.81 GPA.
That's
Okay, that's your scholar athlete
Good
of
for
the
you,
year.
Sage.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
She gets the start. Not Pickens, Marjeko. Y'all weren't necessarily surprised when you heard that, were you?
No,
not
I don't
at all.
think anybody should be surprised about hearing that because of the fact that Tennessee has a lot of different arms that they can go to, and they're the only program in the country with 3 players in the top 10 of ERA. So it goes to show that they've got trust in all of their pitchers on the staff. But really, Sage Marjeko has been used primarily as the starter and taken a lot of the front end load of the game. And then they tend to bring Karlyn Pickens in at the end of a game.
Yes, it's the combination of the finesse that we're going to see from Sage Marjeko, and then it's the flame of Karlyn Pickens that we'll probably see at the end of this game. She's already been in the bullpen warming up, so I expect to see her come in. To your point, Tori, the best ERA team-wise is Tennessee. Sage Marjeko's number 1.
Yep.
0.99 ERA, the best ERA on this staff. She's able to attack hitters in so many different ways. And so, again, it's just about this staff does such a great job of consistently keeping the opposing hitters uncomfortable. I mean, I'm uncomfortable as a hitter just watching Karlyn Pickens warm up in the bullpen. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can hear the glove pop from all the way up
Seriously.
on the set. But I think it's a lot to be said, too. They're using her strength to their strength, right? You want to bring in a pitcher that throws harder at the end of a game because you don't quite have the adrenaline that you would have at the beginning of a game, right? If Pickens comes in and you're on her already, if Ole Miss comes in and they're already on time for her, where do you go after that, right? So you start Sage Marjeko and you let her use her finesse, get that elevator rise ball that we were talking about, and then you bring in Pickens to shut the door, and it almost feels like you can't catch up to that heavy drop ball. It's not just a drop. It's not just fast. It comes at you heavy.
How do you, and I'm looking at Marjeko's numbers, 147 strikeouts, 36 walks, about a walk every 3 innings. So she's going to throw strikes. As a hitter, how's Ole Miss approach her?
I'm thinking getting on top of the ball and also maybe putting my helmet down a little bit. So I know if I'm in the box, if I have to lift my head at all to see the ball, I'm taking all the way.
Oh, I love that physical cue.
idea.
I love that physical cue. I would always have visual cues when I was facing a rise ball pitcher. I would want to see the ball at my knees. And again, stay on top, stay on plane, almost like you're trying to drive the ball in the ground. When you do that, the ball tends to have that lift. She's going to provide the lift. She's going to provide the pop. But if you can get on top and on plane of that ball, good things are going to happen. But to your point earlier, Dari, you got to be ready as soon as you step in the box because she's going to attack the strike zone early.
LSU, Georgia, the nightcap. Tennessee, Ole Miss coming up right now. The 3 of us will see you when it's over, but for now, we send it to Beth Mowens, Michelle Smith, and Holly Rowe.
Dari, ladies, thank you for the visual cues. We'll be checking those out at the SEC softball tournament on the SEC Network presented by T-Mobile. Second round action, it's the 13 seed Ole Miss trying to keep the ball rolling against the 5 seed Tennessee Lady Vols. Ole Miss took 2 out of 3 during the regular season. Earlier today, the Cinderella run for Auburn continues. They still have a shot at being worthy for an NCAA tournament bid. And the Arkansas Razorbacks, the 7 seed, moving on to face Alabama in the second round. They get the shutout win over Mississippi State. So we already have a couple of quarterfinals set to go Florida, Auburn, Bama, Arkansas. The winner of this one will face Texas. And still to come tonight, the 8-9 matchup with the winner advancing to face the top seed, Oklahoma. And we welcome.
So let's interrupt the jackasses for a second. We'll go ahead and see what we got here. All right. First batter up tonight on this podcast is a new one. I Am Sooner has finally become the first batter up. I Am Sooner 675 says, LOL, looks like I'm the only one here. Got the whole place to myself. Thanks, Outlaw, for the show. I appreciate you being in here. I Am Sooner. Appreciate all of y'all that are now filtering in. If you don't mind, as Les Rant says, here, let's rant. Let's get the party started. Hit like and subscribe. It's free. Don't be a prude. That's right. And this, that is my extra profile. I renamed it. It used to be Nagasaki Egg Rolls. I renamed it Let's Rants because me and Killer Breeze may be going to start us a political channel pretty soon. We shall see. But anyway, Bill Bates is also in the house. Good afternoon. I Am Sooner, says Bill Bates. Appreciate Bill coming in here, being very supportive of the program. Any of y'all ever want to be on the show, I Am Sooner, Bill Bates, George Fry, who just came in here, David Moyer. Anybody that wants to be on the show, let me know. I'll put a link in the comments over here in the gallery, and you can click on that like Russell Neese and Iham, say his name, NIL Commish. Others have all clicked on that link and become a part of the show. Killer Breeze even did it once upon a time himself, and he's become a regular. So if you ever want to come on the show, just let me know, and I'll put a link in the comments section because this is the home of the Common Joe and the Common Side of the No. Even more so than all the media talking heads. Speaking of George Fry, he's here, as well as David Moyer, who's living in neighboring Northport, not too far from me, about 15, 20 minutes from me. Maybe me and David Moyer will get together one day and go fishing on Lake Tuscaloosa. Let's get the game started.
Underway in the first game of our night doubleheader, LSU and Georgia coming up later this evening. Kennedy Bunker to lead things off. Senior out of Simi Valley, California.
Now, I may have to step out for a little while, but y'all don't go nowhere. I will be back, but I'll just let I'll let you guys in the posse, in the gallery, in the comment section, I'll let y'all run the show for me. Y'all just sitting there and just trash talk each other if you want to. Or buddy up. Hell, you might even get married to one another. We've seen that happen on here. The love of this show has spawned love for everybody, even in the marriage circles out there.
And at different velocities. So Marjeko is at spin speed over pitch speed, where Karlyn Pickens, when we talk a lot about her, she is more pitch speed over spin speed.
That's why this pitching staff works so well. Those two with Aaron Newer. Here's Mackenzie Pickens.
Ball too far out.
She also had a big home run in last year's second round upset in extra innings against the Gators.
Ball.
Dismissed up and away. Ole Miss coming in hot. They took 2 of 3 from Mississippi State to close out the regular season with a pair of walk-off wins against their arch rivals. And for Tennessee, they come in winners of 2 of 3 against Missouri in their finale. Took 2 of 3 from Alabama, and that's when Karlyn Pickens really turned the corner and looked like her old self.
That was a big series at home.
They've seen some adversity this year with the schedule up and down, with Pickens out for a couple of weeks with an injury, Sophia Knight out for a couple of weeks with illness. Back to 100% now, and drifting back out in center is Sophia Knight, 2 down, and here comes Yamas. In this exact spot last night, hit a solo home run to get the ball rolling for Ole Miss. Sophomore out of Eastvale, California. Coach Jamie Traxel says she lives for these big moments.
Ball.
Outstanding in the postseason a year ago on the run to the World Series. Continuing to put up impressive numbers. Ball after she set a new school RBI record a year ago that has since been bested by the on-deck hitter, Madi George. This is a terrific 3-4 combo.
And young, both of them underclassmen. George, just a freshman, doing all that damage as a freshman last year, and no sophomore slump for her. She's still who you circle in this lineup.
Ripped down to first and knocked down by Clark, and a 1-2-3 start for the Lady Vols.
Make-A-Wish is dedicated to kids who need a wish at the right time.
It's incredibly easy to become the wish maker. Whether it's your time, talents,
donating, fundraising for Make-A-Wish.
Don't doubt what you can bring to the table. Just bring it.
Become a wish maker today.
ABC's David Muir, the most trusted anchor in America, the most watched anchor in America. Thank you for making ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir the #1 newscast in America. Most trusted, most watched. David Muir.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. And it is again, my big young man. Sensational for the double. With deadly efficiency. What a finish. There's a stupendous goal. Very big argument that he is the best player on the planet.
You want to see great players? We've got that. You want to see excitement? We've got that. Not quite. Shot of a lifetime. Tremendous shot. That's a beauty. I just don't know what else you could ask for.
The PGA Championship, May 14th through the 17th on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Lady Vols picking up the bats, and they are led by the Leach sisters, and they will hit back-to-back right near the top of the order. Alana and Gabby both having breakout campaigns. Averages are up, power numbers are up. And they will face Kyra Acock, who beat them during the regular season when Ole Miss took 2 of 3, the only home series loss in Knoxville this year for Tennessee. And they were low-scoring affairs. Ole Miss pitched very well against Tennessee.
Ball.
Ella Dodge to start things out. Sophomore out of Bradenton. Good speed, power combo, and that one will hit the camera out of play. Ryan Starr is the new addition to the starting lineup at third base tonight. The only change for Ole Miss. As you see the numbers for Ella. Here's Ryan. Been the starter most of the year at third. In foul territory the other way, that too will get out.
Dodge a little bit out in front of that.
Ball's going everywhere.
Off-speed spinning pitch. Acock offered it.
The regular season.
Turn it off for just a second and get Bill Bates' comment. I'd like to address it right after she pitches, and then we will address Bill Bates' comment. Ball. Bill Bates says it's funny how players started their career at Oklahoma and play for other teams and are top players. Everybody starts out wanting to play for Oklahoma in softball, Bill. We know this. I'm an Alabama fan. I can tell you that is the case. Oklahoma is the gold blood of softball. Alabama is the gold blood of football. And Oklahoma is right there with them. We are two gold bloods, two Crimson Nations. But yeah, Bill Bates has his badge as well. He's deputized. He's an outlaw posse. If y'all want to be an outlaw posse like Bill, get your badge, get deputized, get a random 4 Horsemen Challenge National podcast. This was supposed to be the comment of the day. Hit that join button over by the subscribe button. $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. Random 4 Horsemen shout out on the actual podcast. Comment of the day. Yada, yada, yada. As a matter of fact, I might do a random 4 Horsemen shout out right now, just for the hell of it. What do you think about that? Let's see what we got here. Earnings. All right, let's find it. All right, tonight's 4 Horsemen shout-outs go to Corrections 101, JYK 200, R Flippin' Farmstead, and Womblero. I'm now upside up ready to go. They're going to help us with today's college softball invasion. Now, let me turn the game back on for y'all. Like I said, I might step out for a little bit. But Bill Bates, I Am Sooner, David Moyer, all you cats in here, y'all can run the show while I'm gone. George Fry, Let's Rants. Y'all take it over. I'm on leave for just a second, but I will be back. And tonight we have LSU and Georgia. And me and Kill Breeze will both be on for the call of that game. So y'all check us out later on tonight. LSU versus Georgia. And Nitro 985 as well. He's got his badge as well. He's deputized. He's an outlaw posse too. Nitro helped run the show as well. I'll be back in just a few seconds. So y'all hang out in here and enjoy the show until I get back. First, I need to turn the volume back on and stop running my cocksucker.
And this is where it's going to be important for Tennessee. They have to be productive. They need productive outs. They need to move their base runners up in the scoring position. It's not just about hitting the ball out here. But we have seen a lot of home runs in the tournament so far.
That's been the story of the entire season nationwide. An offensive explosion. That ball fouled off his bunker. The life of a catcher right here. Oh.
Before I go, though, please hit the like button when you come in. And y'all encourage these people to hit the like button. It don't cost anything. It don't cost anything to subscribe either. They both really help the channel. Subscribing is really great because then it will let you know when we're up and on the air so you can get all the free content from us. But yeah, like and subscribe, please. Don't take 2 seconds. It's absolutely free.
Trying to pull the outside pitch. The only player will be at the first, but successful in moving Dodge over into scoring position with 1 out. And she'll pass the bat to her sister, Gabby.
Takes behind her teammate.
You can go into your
scoring position.
Your account settings and stuff, and you can go in there and take that off their bill.
Gabby
just edit it
over
out.
300 double-digit home runs on the
Bill
year.
Bates, and if there's another Bill Bates out there, you just have to add some kind of numbers to it so you can have your own unique identifier. They probably put that on there to
Opportunity for this Tennessee offense to
identify
get that
yourself from
reset.
other Bill Bates out there because
You know,
it
the
seems like
numbers
it might
took a
be
big dip
a common name.
they
You
started
can go in and
SEC
edit your
play. You
settings,
would
Bill.
imagine against some really good
Go
pitchers.
through your YouTube account and edit your account.
But they'd like to
You
sort
take
of
that off and
pick
put
back
whatever
up
numbers you want.
and get back to the
However
way
you
they were
want to put
hitting scoring in the
the
non-conference. That's what they're going to see a
or
lot
your
more of.
year you married or
NCAA
something like that on
regionals
there at
and
the
supers and
end
all
of it.
like
Because I
that.
guarantee you someone's already got Bill
Man,
Bates.
this was the number
So you
one
probably
team in
have
the
to add a
country
number
earlier
to
this
it,
year.
like the year you was
Batting
born or
average over
something. I don't know what
340
year you was
and
born.
since
Like, for
dropped
example,
below 300.
I would probably add
And so they
1971.
started out hot offensively and have kind of trickled downward
Best start in school history. Got
John
out
Cropp
26
Stadium.
and
I'll be
0.
right
They
back.
were number one in the
Once again,
country
hit the
for
like
5
button and
weeks.
subscribe to keep
And
this
then
thing
hit a
quick.
speed bump and now have revved it back up in the home stretch. And Aycock gets a strikeout of Leach, 2 down.
Boy, Aycock really going to this spinny off-speed pitch. So it's about 62 miles an hour, just enough off of it. But you can see the rotation on. This is actually a screwball in the outer half, but look how far out in front Leach is. So Aycock really just taking a little bit off her pitches, not hammering the zone consistently at just 70 miles an hour. Floating those pitches in at 61 and doing a great job of fooling hitters.
So a chance with 2 outs here for Emma Clark, the sophomore out of Cleveland, North Carolina. Had a big series against Alabama a couple weeks ago, went yard a couple times. Screwball off the end of the bat. And right back to the pitcher, Aycock. We got a runner on. No damage done as Sage Margetto gets set to go back to work.
It's an amazing game, this thriller. With deadly efficiency. What a finish. It's a very big argument that he is the best player on the planet.
Shot of a lifetime. That's a beauty. Tremendous shot.
All right, guys, live on ESPN at 5.
I wonder why the Roman Empire failed. Is cereal a soup? I wonder what ESPN stands for.
I'm home.
This is what you need to know.
We'll take you straight to where news is happening.
And give you what you need to know all in under 10 minutes.
The top stories, latest headlines,
what everyone's talking about.
What you need to know, all in under 10 minutes.
New episodes streaming every day.
Only on Disney+.
Barcelona taking on Real Madrid.
This is more than a rivalry.
It's not about the 3-point, it's about the pride.
It's the rivalry.
There's always an edge to this game.
The match that shuts down the world. Where only legends leave their mark.
Anything you could do, I could do better.
And every era adds its own layer.
What a gift.
On this canvas, one strike can change it all. A masterpiece. El Clasico. Exclusively on ESPN and ESPN.
Welcome back to the SEC softball tournament. You see Tennessee's Sage Margetto getting the start here in the circle today. That's because she's efficient and organized, and that should come as no surprise because earlier today she won a pretty big award and was given that trophy right here on this field. She is efficient and organized as the SEC Softball Scholar Athlete of the Year. That's because she's got a 3.81 in biological sciences, biochemistry, and molecular biology. She's actually just wrapped up classes and starting finals. She did do some studying today for her advanced physiology, human physiology finals that are coming up later this weekend. Impressive.
From a family of dentists and wants to continue the family tradition when her softball career concludes. She's just a junior, a transfer from South Carolina. It's now her second season at Tennessee. She may have the opportunity to play softball a little while longer after she graduates at this rate.
Absolutely.
She faces 4, 5, and 6. This is the big swinging Madi George, freshman from Leander, Texas. New school record in homers and RBIs for Hottie Toddy.
Well, George is such a good eye. Understands the zone, which wants to attack. Both her records, as mentioned, 21 home runs, 56 RBIs.
Went 2 for 3 in her SEC tournament debut yesterday. And there's a rocket off the glove of Clark, and George is on board once again to open up this second inning.
You could just see the way that she's going to get into this ball. Just on time, quick hands, pitch on the inner half, and she just explodes through it. Look at that great rotation, backside down, using those legs, and just barrels this up, hits it hard right at Emma Clark off the glove.
How about 77 on the exit velo, which is outstanding. Slow roll to short, could be 2. in time to get Reisner at first. They do get the lead runner.
Yeah.
Curve on the outer half and just around the ball. Reisner, just a little bit of a bobble. You could see the Ella dodge, a little bit of a slip in the fingertip. That hair, that little bit of a difference is the safe call at first. Ball went out base runner for Leilana Appleman. Leilana was 0 for 3 yesterday. Another ground ball to short, deep in the hole. Foul! They do get the lead runner again, and she goes the short way. 2 down. That is great communication. A really good job by Ella Dodge to get to second base. Belafa had no opportunity to get the out at first. So to be able to communicate on this and make sure that Dodge is where she needs to be. Look at her going into this 5-6 hole immediately. No hesitation going to second base. That is a bang-bang play getting that lead runner. And a nice stretch by Ella Dodge to make sure she stays on the bag and gets the out.
Stretching like a first baseman. Strike one to Tenley Grisham, who had a couple of hits yesterday. Out of the 7th spot in the lineup. Ole Miss safely into the NCAA tournament, 22 RPI with a strength of schedule of 3. 5 top 25 wins, but their signature wins were the 2 in the regular season against Tennessee. So they are looking at probably a 2 seed, a top 32 seed in the tournament. And a strikeout there for Margetto, her first.
Sage Margetto showing why she's got one of the best drop balls in the game. Look at that over-the-top rotation. Good job by Morrison to make sure she gets the strikeout.
Chevy's most affordable EV is back and better than ever.
Oh, you found it. What a relief. Thanks, Gecko.
Geico works hard to find you the right home insurance, so I'm here working hard for you too.
Anything else down there?
Nah, just this old crisp.
Oh.
Too slow. It feels good to find what you're missing.
Ugh.
It feels good to Geico.
I'm not coming on Saturday. I'm strapped for cash.
You should sell some stuff on Depop. There's no selling fees and it's super easy.
I'm a millionaire. I am rich, so he is rich, and she is rich, and we is rich. Oh.
Make money easily with no selling fees on Depop. Download now.
Tidy Cat's latest mission, keep life tidy. With new Tidy Cat's Performance Plus line, tech-assisted tracking control, advanced odor fighting, max power clumping, we got your back. New Tidy Cat's Performance Plus, litter mighty.
Keep it tidy.
Walmart's 500 million items means that every day is a vacay, even if it's a staycay.
Wait, this is all Walmart. Who knew?
Are those my swim trunks?
Yes, Bob, they are.
The 2026 SEC Softball Tournament on the SEC Network is presented by T-Mobile, America's best network.
A lot of home runs already. That's been the theme all year long. And look at that, color-coded and everything for you. To all fields, Smitty. 14 home runs through the first 2 days. We are well on our way to setting a new SEC tournament home run record. Auburn, a big win over Texas A&M. So A&M losing. They were co-champs last year with Oklahoma. It's the 5th straight year a defending champ has had an early exit. And as chaotic as this tournament is year in and year out, that trend continues. Already 3 upsets in the first 5 games. This is the 13 seed against Ole Miss against the 5 seed Tennessee.
See all those home runs hit so far in this tournament. The hitter in me is like celebrating that, but the pitcher in me is crying. It's been a tough year to be in the circle for everybody. They've been bashing.
They had to win 3 games here in order to be considered for an NCAA tournament bid with a 500 record. They have won twice. They need one more tomorrow against Florida. And a strikeout of Talon Holly to open up this second inning.
Aycock really using that drop ball in the inner half. Look at the rotation on that, but more importantly, the location of it. Really good job of sneaking that underneath the hands.
Number 2 for Aycock, and now it's Ella Morrison in the 6th spot in the order. Also the freshman from Knoxville. Tennessee Player of the Year and a top 20 recruit for the Lady Vols.
That is interesting. One of the things that really resonates this year, the number of freshmen that are having just breakout seasons.
And a scooch under the glove of Reisner. And a one-out base runner for Tennessee.
That's a 0-2 pitch that leaks back into the zone, and Morrison's just able to batch that, get it past Reisner. And, you know, this is to me about pitch location. It's just too sweet to the zone when you're ahead 2 strikes, no balls, and it gets punished. Morrison, base hit.
Here's Sophia Knight. Did pick up the transfer out of Boise State. Set a Mountain West Conference record with 103 hits last year to lead the nation. Batting .421 this year in her first season in the SEC. See how efficient Tyra Aycock has been. 20 of her 25 pitches for strikes so far.
She's done a great job as the season has progressed to really work on that control. Limit the free passes.
Considers the bunt. She was outstanding at the plate non-conference. It's been a work in progress in the SEC. She has dropped down from the leadoff spot into the 7th spot in the order here the last couple of weeks.
Ball.
Ball. Now in the dirt, Bunker able to keep it close by. Morrison will stay at first.
That's a good job by Bunker, especially with a heavy down ball pitcher like Aycock hammering that drop ball. Throw that at the knees or lower.
And that one pops out of Bunker's glove. And for the second inning in a row, Tennessee's got a runner in scoring position.
And this is tough because you can see the way that Knight is going to come through. Look at the bat path. So it's going to get almost in the eyes. And as she pulls the bat back, so look at the bat.
Before I leave y'all again, were y'all able to see your comments when I enlarged the screen or not? Because if you can't see the comments when I enlarge the screen for you guys, I can put the comments up here on the actual game where you can see your name up here on the actual game. So when I left out of here, were y'all still able to see each other's comments when I was absent just now? Could y'all still see your comments? Because when I went there and looked at it on my TV, it was not showing y'all's comments. So were y'all able to see your comments? Someone tell me anything. Were you able to see each other's comments while I was gone? Let me know in the comment section.
she's collected. And I really want her to come out here and attack the zone, really try to keep it in the zone and go after these Tennessee hitters. And you've seen that. She's had a couple of mistakes there and then really calmly makes the play, keeps that calm demeanor.
Opposite field, base hit, and Tennessee strikes first.
Yeah, my apologies, man.
Off the bat of Bellafar. Just her 10th RBI of the season.
If y'all weren't able to see each other's comments, that's my fault. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the comments up here on the big screen up here on the actual game. Y'all like the comments being up on the screen? Were y'all able to see it on this side, on the large side? Was you able to see that while I was gone? Or should I leave the comments up on the screen? Y'all let me know.
Madi transferring in from Eastern Kentucky. That was one of the things, when Karen Wheatley talked to us this morning about some of the adversity they face and some of the growing pains. There's some youth on this team. There are some transfers that have stepped right into key roles this year. They lost their 6 top hitters from a year ago when they were in the World Series semifinals. And the fly out there to end the inning, but a run up on the board for Tennessee.
Great job by Tennessee to strike first, pitch on the outer half. The Vols celebrating, getting it done. They do well when they have the lead.
It all comes down to this. The NC.
Bill said put it back on the large screen for just a second. All right, I'll put it on the large screen for just a second. Tell me if y'all can still see. I'll take the comments off the stage. I just took them off the stage. And now I'm going to stretch the screen. And y'all let me know if you can still see each other's comments. I'm going to stretch the screen right now. Y'all still see it? Can y'all still see your comments? For some reason, when I go in and look at my TV, I don't see y'all's comments. So do y'all want me to put the comments back on the screen as well? I can put it back on the screen up here like this right here. Let me click on it right now. As you can see, I just put your comments up on the actual screen. Y'all like them being right there? I got a 75-inch monitor. I got a 75-inch monitor, Bill, so, and I can't see the comments on mine. Y'all want the comments left up on the screen? Yay or nay? Do y'all want me to leave the comments up on the screen? All right, I'll just leave them up. I'll leave them up. See y'all in a little bit.
Ball. Now 2-2. Margetko with one strikeout the first time through the order here. Keeping everything on the ground for the most part, Smitty.
That's a big part of her game. It's that great separation, so she can really attack upstairs, downstairs.
Ball.
Using the drop here a little bit more than that rise ball that we've seen her, but she has the ability, first time through the lineup, to go downstairs, and then second time through the lineup, she can try to keep you upstairs with the rise.
Her strikeout to walk ratio, I think looks like it's about 6 or 7 to 1. So good, and she gets the strikeout instead of the free pass, 2 down.
Just what we were talking about. So she'll hammer you low in the zone. She's got that great drop ball downstairs, and then she'll put this rise ball up at your eyes, and it just floats out of the zone, the swing and miss. And now then, big strikeout for Margetko. Instead of walking the number 9 hitter, she induces the swing and miss for the strikeout.
Back to the top now, and Kennedy Bunker, a ground out her first time on. Winner moves into the quarterfinals to play the 4-seed Texas tomorrow night. Top 4 seeds, all with a double bye, so none of them have started yet. Oklahoma, Alabama, Florida, and Texas. The ball rolling tomorrow. We've had 6 different champions in the last 5 years. Co-champs last year with a ring.
What's so great about this tournament? You just never know what you're going to get. It is epic softball.
Since single elimination started in 2006, the number 1 seed has only won 9 of 19 SEC tournaments. It's been chaotic. Caught strike 3. And a 1-2-3 third for Margetko.
How about Sage Margetko? This is really schooling pitching right here. The setup pitch is the rise ball at the top of the zone. It gets fouled straight back. She's right on it. So what does she do? She comes back with the changeup. Love the way that Sage Margetko throws that changeup, the rotation on it. These strikeouts for Sage Margetko.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Mr. Big Time Capital One Bank guy. Wow, look at this place. We should just move in with you.
Or just stop by. Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week. What's in your wallet?
That's my boy.
Someday, their little hands won't be so little anymore. Until then, let's escape together, hand in hand, on a Disney cruise.
Turn it up, turn it up. The SEC softball tournament. There are World Series contenders. Everybody's a threat.
Let's go.
The 2026 SEC softball tournament on SEC Network and the ESPN app.
It's an amazing game. This thriller. With deadly efficiency. What a finish.
A very big argument that he is the best player on the planet.
This is the road to the NBA Finals on ESPN and ABC. Greatness is up for grabs, and it's all happening now.
Just win.
The NBA playoffs continue on ESPN and ABC. American Idol can change my life, and I'm ready for it.
I love singing. I love getting on the stage.
The excitement. I love the pressure of it.
We're making dreams come true.
Thank you.
American Idol, new Monday on ABC.
This year, our word is dominate. We just want to leave no room for question. Every game, we're competing basically for blood.
We're trying to be the absolute best you can be and dominate.
Well, Tennessee actually came out onto the field tonight with brand new shirts that said dominate. That's the mindset they're trying to adopt. And they have really been working on their mindset all season long. They've been reading this book called The Obstacle is the Way. And basically, Karen Wheatland trying to teach this team that no matter what, you're going to face some adversity. The adversity is going to come no matter how prepared you are, no matter what your skill set is or how good you are. But she said, what I want to teach my team this year is you have to be prepared when adversity strikes. What's next? She said, we've done a great job of that. Started off the season so strong, a school record, and then hit adversity. But they are digging their way out, and she wants that dominant mindset to be how they approach this tournament tonight.
And I love what she said earlier in the year about just aiming to win. She's like, we're not just aiming to win, we want to dominate so that we create separation between ourselves and our opponents.
Spent 5 weeks ranked #1 in the country. Had to deal with injury, with illness. Ripped through the right side. Ella Dodge, the leadoff batter, leading off this 3rd inning with a single.
She talked about how adversity, learning that adversity can be your friend and truly brings out the best in you. Coach Weekly knows a lot about it with the career that she's had.
3rd in active wins, 9th in career wins. She's a Hall of Famer already.
Wow.
9 times to the World Series, a couple of trips to the Championship Series last year. Made it all the way to the national semis, got knocked out by Texas. Five SEC teams in Oklahoma City last year. How many can make it this year? Oppo, a lot of Leach back on the track, and the catch is made by Grisham. Put a charge into that one.
Well, that's a good job by Grisham to go back and get that ball because it looked like it was going to float over, and she had to basically change her footwork as she went back to the wall. So take a look at this ball. She's going back over her left shoulder. And she has to turn around. Good footwork to turn over and go over her throwing shoulder to make the catch. A little bit of a smile there, knowing like, oh boy, this ball's coming back on me.
Here's Gabby Lee. That hitter. Second free pass.
It's a drop ball. It's just up and in. It's on the arm guard.
Pushes a runner into scoring position here for Emma Clark.
Wow.
So they've had runners on every inning. They scored their run in the second, the RBI single from Bella Faw.
So these pitches starting to leak back in the zone. Tennessee's doing a good job of attacking them, just not quite barreling them up. So see their swing path, they're hitting the bottom of the ball a lot.
Reach for that one away. 1-2. Aycock with a couple of strikeouts for the first time through the lineup. Same spot, this time Clark reaches it.
Yeah, really trying to expand that zone. 1-2 count for Aycock, so she's ahead. Important to be able to use that outer half, try to get that ball to sneak in and out of the zone as quick as possible, get that swing and miss.
Pops it up to short. 2 down.
Another good location. I've been impressed with Aycock because that was really her career at Oklahoma State. That was one of the things that got her in trouble, is that she did not have the ability to control the strike zone. She's been impressive here at the end of the season. Take a look at her pitch count there, just 45 pitches, but the strike to ball ratio, outstanding, right where you want to be, 66 to 70%.
Bend over to make the play at first, a couple stranded. And it remains 1-0 Tennessee behind the arm of Sage Margetto, the Scholar Athlete of the Year in the SEC. Spinning it again tonight.
All right, guys, live on ESPN at 5.
This is it, the NBA playoffs. Almost to the mountaintop.
Biggest series of the year. We put in the work. We're ready.
If you stack 2 lasagnas, does that make it 1?
Inside the NBA lives on ESPN and ABC.
Barcelona taking on Real Madrid.
This is more than a rivalry. The match that shuts down the world. On this canvas, one strike can change it all. El Clasico on ESPN and ESPN Deportes.
We could all use a little bit of fun, but not too much fun. Let's do this.
Let's start, shall we?
Do we feel ready to play?
You ready? The Empire will keep coming for us. So do we run or do we fight?
I like this kid.
The Mandalorian and Grogu, rated PG-13.
Make-A-Wish is dedicated to kids who need a wish at the right time.
It's incredibly easy to become the wish maker. Whether it's your time, talents,
donating, fundraising for Make-A-Wish.
Don't doubt what you can bring to the table. Just bring it.
Welcome back to the 2026 SEC Softball Tournament on the SEC Network, presented by T-Mobile. Here with Tennessee head coach Karen Weekly. And coach, your team off to a good start at the plate, but you left a couple on right there. What do you want to see more at the plate with your swings right now?
Just better at bats when we get runners in scoring position. That's a prime opportunity, first and second with only one out. You're where you want to be in the lineup at 4-5, but I think we just swung out of the zone right there and just let the pitcher keep taking us further out of the zone. And then, with Tay's swing just not being on time. First pitch, we definitely don't want to be late. We want to be early, if anything.
Your pitcher has been doing a great job, though, in the circle. Sage Margetto, what do you say about her and how she's commanding this game right now?
Sage has been a competitor for us all year. I mean, from day one, and the crazy thing is she didn't get to pitch all fall because of an injury, but she's just been lights out, and she's playing just because she loves the game and really appreciating, being able to play. And our team has so much trust in her, and I do too.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Holly. Karen, time to look at tonight's extra effort, brought to you by Regions Bank.
Well, it is Sage Margetto on those strikeouts, the way she's been using all quadrants of the zone, drop ball down in the dirt. How about the rise ball? Look at the rotation and the spin on that, and then just the filthy changeup, that backward rotation, tight spin, dropping those velocities down into the low 50s. So Margetto really doing a great job at controlling the zone. No free passes, the 3 strikeouts, and the 3 innings of pitch.
Just the one hit off the bat of Madi George. Mackenzie Pickens, and now a second hit. And the lead off the board for the 4th. And here come the big hitters right behind her, 3 and 4.
Wow, this ball's rise ball and off the end of the bat. At first it looks like it might leave the yard, but because it's off the end of the bat, it's just going to drop in front of Leach out in left field. So a leadoff hit, though, for Ole Miss, trying to get something started here in the 4th.
Game time run aboard for Yamas and then Madi George. Ball. Second inning, they've had a base runner. Margetto went 1, 2, 3 in both the first and third innings. Ball. And now falls behind here, 2-0. Yamas and George, they're the two that can do the damage. Opposite. And there are a couple on with nobody out, and here comes Madi George. 21 homers, 56 RBI. She's already got 3 hits in their first game and a half here at the SEC tournament. And the first sign of trouble for Margetto.
This is where Ole Miss will force your hand. Yamas and George from the middle.
That one's 73 miles an hour off the bat. $70 considered really hot. They've already had a couple well above that for the Ole Miss record breaker. Ball doesn't go after the change. And just like Tori and Haley were talking about pregame, Pickens starting to warm up in the bullpen for Tennessee. They might tag team here. Just misses 3-0. Here's Karlyn. The two-time SEC back-to-back pitcher of the year. First chance for the Tigers. Pickens and Yamas aboard. Ground ball, and it gets under the glove of Dodge. And a hesitation coming to the plate, and it won't hurt Pickens, who ends up scoring to knock this game at one apiece.
Defensively, it looks like a little bit of miscommunication between Clark and Dodge on this right side of the infield. This ball well struck, but it looked like Dodge was going to get to it. Clark comes over, and so a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Dodge wasn't sure if Clark was going to get it. Nonetheless, it's a base hit. A little bit of a hesitation by Pickens coming around third. The throw comes in, a tight play at home. But Ole Miss able to knot up this game.
They're going to give the error to Dodge as the ball got underneath her glove, and she knew it.
Yeah.
Chest tap, my bad. And Pickens, after some indecision rounding third, able to score. So now Yamas at second and George at first. A chance for the 13 seed to take the lead on the 5 seed. Looks like a pinch runner possibly here for George at first. She can re-enter.
Well, the key here is that George got herself in a hitter's count, as did Yamas.
It's going to be Cassidy Patterson out at second base for Yamas.
So Marjetko pitching from behind a little bit this inning, and Ole Miss capitalizing.
Here's Cassie Reisner with 2 on, a run in, and still nobody out. Grounded into a fielder's choice, her first time up. Looking to push the runners over.
Trying to play a little small ball, try to force the hand of the infield for Tennessee. Tan and Clark, the corners for Tennessee, you're going to have to respect that. And it's either up the line.
Pops it up. 1 down.
Good job by Morrison. Keep that in her glove.
Now you bring the double play into play. Leilana Applin.
Especially with Applin being right-handed. You know, it's the time of the year. You don't get asked to bunt very much early in the year, but you got to be able to do it at the end of the year.
Slow roar to second. For 1 over first. Not in time. And runners on the corners here with 2 down. Tenley Grisham. Marjetko struck her out with a drop ball first time up. And Sean Weekly, they're going to make a pitching change right here. It would appear so. Margetco will depart. And here comes the two-time All-American, Karlyn Pickens. Gets the call in a 1-1 game here in the fourth. Back in a moment.
It's time to lock into a new season of the WNBA on ESPN.
Here we go.
It's a star-studded showdown in Indiana. The Fever take on Dallas.
Beckers from Caitlin Clarkland.
And their new #1 pick, AZ Fun. Out west, it's a finals rematch. Asia Wilson and the Aces sit at the top.
3 of a kind.
And Alyssa Thomas and the Mercury are coming for them. Lock in. Opening weekend. Tip Saturday, May 9th on ABC and the ESPN app.
You want to see great players? We've got that. You want to see excitement? We've got that. Oh, not quite. Shot of a lifetime. Tremendous shot. That's a beauty. I just don't know what else you could ask for.
The PGA Championship, May 14th through the 17th on ESPN and the ESPN app.
So the two-time All-American Karlyn Pickens will come on, the senior out of Weaverville, North Carolina. 68 and 32. Has won the last 2 SEC Pitcher of the Year awards. On in relief here for Margetco with 2 on and 2 out.
Pickens, one of the best in the game. Hard thrower, but ability to move the ball through the zone. It's that drop ball in the mid-70s. Great movement, but it's a rise ball at the top of the zone at 72 miles an hour. And how about a changeup that she will throw in the low 60s? Just so much movement, explosive with that velocity, able to work the corners in a big jam here, trying to get out of it.
Against Tenley Grisham. Catcher indifference, and Ackland will head over to second. So 2 in scoring position. Can Ole Miss take the lead? Ball. 1-1. Chops back up the middle and through. Knocked down. And they've got the runner hung up behind between third and home. And a run will score, but then the final out. What a great diving play by Dodge to keep it in the infield. And then they get the runner caught off the third base. But the run before her scores for a 2-1 lead.
How about Grisham with a high hopper up the middle, but Ella Dodge keeping this ball on the infield, and the defense goes to work. They get the run down to get out of the jam, but Ole Miss takes the lead 2-1.
Thursday, the NBA playoffs are on Prime. Cavs, Pistons, Lakers, Thunder. Game 2, the NBA playoffs presented by Google. Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. It's on Prime.
These guys are two of the best in the business. They're massive. Unbelievable.
It don't get no bigger than this.
Live on the biggest platform in the world.
Off Deep Woods, mosquito and tick protection. Prepare for the expected.
Oh, you found it. What a relief. Thanks, Gecko.
Geico works hard to find you the right home insurance, so I'm here working hard for you too.
Anything else down there?
Nah, just this old crisp.
Oh.
Too slow. It feels good to find what you're missing. Ugh. It feels good to Geico.
Buy your car online on AutoTrader.
Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
Really?
Chipotle Honey Chicken is back. Step into summer with fresh grilled chicken, spicy Chipotle peppers, and the perfect touch of pure honey. Open the summer with Chipotle Honey Chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Every Walmart Plus member knows free delivery means unexpected guests of any size are not a problem.
Carl looks like he can eat.
He's a machine. This is why I'm a Walmart Plus member. Groceries delivered free today.
I see you, Carl.
Welcome back to the 2026 SEC Softball Tournament on the SEC Network, presented by T-Mobile. Here with the Ole Miss head coach, and what an eventful inning. I want to start with this. You're mad at yourself right now about something. What are you mad about?
Well, in hindsight, I wish I would have just sent her. I didn't know she was going to dive and stop it. I thought it was going to get to that center fielder, but I was proud of the inning that we had. Put a lot of balls in play, made them make some plays, and obviously came up with a 2 spot.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, because your hitters attacked and really chased Marjetko. What changed for them in that inning?
I think sometimes our second time through is actually a lot better than our first time through. Got a good barrel on the ball, and then just made their defense move a little bit, make some plays, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I like that we were swinging at strikes with a lot of confidence.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Howdy.
All right, so the 2 are on top of the 4th. They took 2 of 3 from Tennessee in the regular season, all low scoring, all decided by a single run. One of those wins was Kyra Aycock, who's back out there now with a lead into the bottom of the 4th. And she'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup.
She's been on point. Just a couple of free passes. But she's been tough to barrel up. And I think we saw Coach Weekly getting in to Tennessee. With the bottom line. And one of the things that Coach Weekly talked to us about is that we can't let the misses go by. They've got to be able to attack those. And what Aycock has done well, though, as we mentioned, she is effectively wild. One pitch might be well out of the zone. The next one might lead right back into the zone. You've got to be prepared against Aycock.
Opposite way, Sophia Knight, and reaching out to make the grab is Grisham. 2 down.
And Grisham, she's out there, but look at where she's at. She is pulled in, and this ball is well struck. She's going to have to go out and actually takes a first step in, but can recover and go back. We've seen a couple of late recoveries by Grisham to be able to make catches back over her head, and again with the smile, you're like, oh, I got to it.
It's Bella Fawn. As Aycock tries to get her first 1, 2, 3 inning of the night.
Ball. When you look at this Tennessee lineup right now, the thing that I noticed, Beth, is there's no consecutiveness. There's not a walk and a hit or back-to-back hits, and that's what Ole Miss was able to do last inning. A couple of base hits and an error, so to put all those back-to-back-to-back, and you put some runs up on the board. And so Tennessee has done a good job of getting on base, but just not following up, being back-to-back-to-back, and that's what Coach Weekly is looking for.
Ball to Theo. It's good spot. Good spot. Good spot.
Yeah, ground ball to Pickens. And it is a 1-2-3, bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Ole Miss.
Here you leave today and enter a world of cool kids.
All right, guys, live on ESPN at 5.
I wonder why the Roman Empire failed. Is cereal a soup? I wonder what ESPN stands for.
I'm home. It's time to lock into a new season of the WNBA on ESPN.
Here we go.
It's a star-studded showdown in Indiana. The Fever take on Dallas.
Beckers from Caitlin Clarkland.
And their new #1 pick, AZ Fun. Out west, it's a finals rematch. Asia Wilson and the Aces sit at the top. And Alyssa Thomas and the Mercury are coming for them. Lock in. Opening weekend. Tip Saturday, May 9th on ABC and the ESPN app.
So pretty. What about this? No. Dolce dressed everyone here. Gaultier.
Fendi.
Margiela. Dior. Hope that's not what you're wearing. That's all.
The Devil Wears Prada 2, rated PG-13.
Why is everyone so fired up? It's a Stanley Cup playoffs. Every shift matters. Every series is a statement. And everyone, it's their shot at the cup.
Why is everyone so fired up?
It's the Stanley Cup playoffs.
So between innings, Tennessee noticed that Ole Miss had not re-entered Percy Yamas, who was lifted for a pinch runner. And since Yamas was involved in that last out in the bottom of the fourth, Tennessee challenges that out, and we go back to Bellafaw as the batter with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. And now Yamas has been re-entered into the game. I think we're going to hear from Megan Rabin here.
Ole Miss did not re-enter 0-0. As a result, the batter is still up to bat. We have a 3-2 count, 2 outs.
So it's basically a repitch of the last pitch that resulted in an out that Giannis was involved in.
3-2 count, 2 out. For Bellafaw, who had an RBI single, scoring the only Tennessee run back in the second inning. Ball, and that's ball 4. So not a 1-2-3 inning. And now a 2-out base runner for Madi with 10. Madi flew out to right field the first time out. First pitch swinging. And a fly ball out to Grisham, and that'll retire the side. 2-1, Ole Miss.
Barcelona taking on Real Madrid.
This is more than a rivalry. The match that shuts down the world. On this canvas, one strike can change it all. El Clasico on ESPN and ESPN Deportes.
This is what we dream of. Hard work, sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears. SEC champions, yeah, we love it here.
Gamecocks are national champions.
Southeast, we love it here. It never gets old. Let me hear it, SEC.
Hey, Brian Kenny.
Carl, you see this email? Marketing wants us in on a commercial together.
It must be about how ESPN is now
The home of MLB.TV, all out-of-market games, live or on demand.
and all your favorite sports on ESPN
All in one place.
You know, it does feel kind of great.
Am I being filmed right now?
Yeah, we are.
My agent's going to kill me.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.TV. All out-of-market games, live or on demand.
Season 2 of Athletes Unlimited Softball League. Loading 6 teams take the field in their home markets, each stacked with a lineup worthy of the spotlight. The AUSL on ESPN. This is legendary.
Now the number 1 pick in the
With the number 1 overall pick, Carolina Blaze select pitcher Karlyn Pickens from the University of Tennessee.
Quite a moment earlier this week for Karlyn Pickens, the number 1 pick in the draft. We've got coverage for you all summer long on the ESPN networks, building towards the AUSL Championship Series at the end of July down at Texas A&M in Davis Diamond. And Pickens came on in the 4th and now starting out here in the 5th inning. Down 2-1. Winner advances to the quarterfinals in a date with Texas. Ryan Starr, 8-9, and then the top.
Really been great to watch Pickens throughout her career. Now the opportunity to play professional softball. And just all the things that she's accomplished. All-American. She has a field named after her. Impressive.
Fastest pitch ever recorded. Two of the fastest, actually. Threw one against Jordy Fromm and another against Bree Ellis. I mean, she stepped up in the big moments.
Ball.
And it's ball 4 there, and now we're wondering how that missed.
Straight pass given up by the Tennessee staff and by Pickens.
Ball.
Melvin struck out back in the third. And Megan Rhodes Smith, the former Tennessee pitcher and now pitching coach, out to talk with Pickens. And send it down to Holly.
Well, Karlyn Pickens has had an interesting season. She got a strain earlier this year. It was kind of scary for a few days. Everyone in college softball holding their breath. Was she seriously injured? The MRI showed it was just a strain, but Karen Wickley said this is a young lady that's an athlete, a 3-sport athlete in high school, and had never been injured in her career. So being out for those few weeks and coming back, kind of changing some mechanics, getting back into the swing of things, she is just now starting to get back in a rhythm, and you can see that here.
Well, and Holly, to your point, I think the change of mechanics has had some effect on her pitches. I think her off-speed pitch is a little fast. In fact, it is the lowest speed differential between D1 pitchers. It's just about 7 miles an hour difference between her hard stuff and her changeup. So just really trying to figure out the slight mechanical change that she's had to make in order to keep her shoulder healthy.
Missed 11 days back in early March.
So we'll take a look at Karlyn Pickens, and you can see before the injury, look at how over-rotated she is. Her shoulder's forward, her arm is behind her shoulder, and after the injury, her shoulder is back, so she's in a better position. The hip angle, shoulder angle is about a 45-degree angle, so hip angle, shoulder should be 45 to 52 degrees, and that allows the arm to act as a pendulum. When the shoulder, the hips are over-rotated, the arm gets behind that, it now is an impingement, right, and it creates shoulder tightness.
Ground ball to Clark. She'll step on the bag. 2 down, and Starr is in the scoring position.
And with those mechanical changes, it creates a little bit of a change in your release point and the way you spin the ball. All the little things, the nuances of pitching are the different things that right now Karlyn Pickens is trying to make adjustments on. And so is she healthy? Yes. Coach Wickley talks about that over and over. She is healthy, but she's still having to deal with adjustments.
Strike one to Mackenzie Pickens. Singled and scored in the 4th. Flew out to center her first time up.
Oh, 2. And that's the pitch she's starting to use more of. She's been, since she came back from her injury, a lot of heavy down drop. I think she needs to use that rise ball more, and I think she needs to try to slow up that changeup a little bit. So let's face it, speed doesn't fool people. It's speed plus spin, speed plus spin and locations.
Ball. Get your offer!
Oh, wow. This
Tennessee thought this was strike 3.
This looked like a pitch on the inner half that was well located, and the swing, you can see that is clearly
strike 3.
A strike. You have to go down to the closed umpire.
Third base ump.
Exactly.
The first base ump is down at second.
Dead.
And it hit her. So from a strikeout to a free pass. Second one of the inning.
So you're looking at the third out of an inning on a check swing that doesn't get called on a pretty good pitch, low and inside, to a ball that is a drop that just gets away from Karlyn Pickens and it hits the batter on the foot. So Pickens hits Pickens.
Well, now it brings Yamas up, and there's going to be two in scoring position as that pitch kicks away from Morrison. Scored that a wild pitch. Things have not gone according to plan here with Pickens coming on in relief of Margetto. Let's see if Ole Miss can take advantage of the opportunities. Yamas a ground out and a single with a run scored.
Ball. Good job by Morrison, block that.
Madi George awaits. Here's the 3-0.
Wow, 3-0.
Green light.
And I don't have a problem with that, but I do when it's a 3-0 pitch that's a ball. She chases that one down on the ground.
Hit a home run yesterday and the win over Carolina. And draws the walk to load the bases for one of the best freshman sluggers in the country. They are loaded with free passes. And Madi does have a home run from their regular season series off of Karlyn. Right back up the middle base hit. One run is in. They'll try and score a second, and they will. Two-run single for Madi George.
And how about the freshman coming up, first pitch swinging, knowing that the first good pitch she sees, she needs to be aggressive, she needs to barrel it up, and she does just that. After a walk to Yamas, the freshman's going to come up on a pitch that is sweet, right over the plate, and she pounds it right back up the middle. You could see it immediately, no hesitation. She is on time, barrels that up, and with 2 outs, Ole Miss easily going to score a couple more to widen the lead by 3 runs.
And Karen Weekly telling the third base umpire that that's on you. All this going down after a missed called third strike on a check swing. But 2 of the free passes hurt Pickens in Tennessee. It's 4-1 Ole Miss. Still working. Cassie Reisner.
Ball too far.
Back-to-back big innings for Ole Miss.
Ole Miss has just been so good at the consecutiveness. They've drawn walks, hit batters back to back to back, and then they get the hit by Madi George, the freshman. Well, they did the same thing in the 4th inning, back-to-back hits, take advantage of an error. So this is just a very opportunistic offense by Ole Miss.
George's 2 hits, by the way, both 75 miles an hour plus exit velo.
Yeah.
2-2. Knocked down by Pickens, who rifles it to first. This is how things go down for Ole Miss in a 4-1 lead. Madi George with the clutch hit, but it all happens after this. Called a check swing and not a strike 3 for the third out. Karlyn Pickens can't believe it. And after that, George does the damage right back at you. And Karen Weekly says, hey, that's on you, Blue.
The United Football League is Premier Spring Football.
Some new energy in the air.
New teams,
3 new markets,
innovative rules,
they score 4,
and more access inside the action.
It's a new era of UFL football. Touchdown! Like no other professional sports league.
This is football reimagined. The United Football League. Catch the action all season long on ABC, ESPN, and the ESPN app.
Wherever news breaks, it's so important to always remember that lives are changed. Getting you behind the stories as they happen. ABC News Live Prime. We'll take you there.
Streaming free on ABC News Live. In the South, it's not just the story that you tell, it's how you tell it.
This was more than a game. This was history.
SEC legends, all in one place. Let me tell you a story.
It's time to lock into a new season of the WNBA on ESPN.
Here we go.
It's a star-studded showdown in Indiana. The Fever take on Dallas.
Beckers from Caitlin Clarkland.
And their new #1 pick, AZ Fun. Out west, it's a finals rematch. Asia Wilson and the Aces sit at the top.
3 of a kind.
And Alyssa Thomas and the Mercury are coming for them. Lock in. Opening weekend. Tip Saturday, May 9th on ABC and the ESPN.
Thoroughbreds, basketball, bourbon, and this week in Kentucky, SEC softball. Second round action at an upset brewing. The 13-seed Ole Miss with the 4-1 lead over the 5-seed Tennessee. And how do the Lady Vols respond to that controversial top half of the inning and now find themselves down 4-1? This has been the issue throughout the season. Can they provide some firepower and score runs against SEC opponents?
They have struggled. I mean, their offense was good early. It has dropped down at sub-300 team batting average. Just not taking advantage of free passes. 3 of them given up by Acock already. So just 3 hits.
Pitching coach Nancy Evans out to chat with Kyra Acock. 4 innings of work, just the 3 hits allowed so far.
She's been good. She's been efficient.
Facing the top of the Tennessee order, they've had runners on base throughout, but the Lady Vols 3 for 12 with runners on base, 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Ella Dodge has been on base twice with a walk and a single.
It's a good take by Ella Dodge. And this is an important at bat for her. Head 3-0, trying to get this started for the Vols. Opportunity here, 3rd time through the lineup.
And Dodge draws the leadoff. She's on base for the 3rd time, and the tying run will come to the plate. And here come the Leach sisters. 0 for 3 with a hit batter between the 2 of them. And there's been plenty of bullpen activity for Ole Miss. They may make a move to the pen right here.
Let's see who they go to. Emily Boyer was outstanding yesterday. They
win. She also had a regular season win over Tennessee. And here comes the senior from Harrisburg, South Dakota. D2 transfer who picked up the win yesterday in her SEC tournament debut as Aycock heads to the dugout.
Boyer was so strong yesterday. 110 pitches in her complete game. Shutout, did not give up a run. And when you look at her statistics, 83 walks on the year, but she was stellar yesterday with just one free pass. It was a drop ball at 70 miles an hour. Majority of her strikeouts yesterday were looking. 5 to 6 looking, and you can see the way she peppered the zone, especially hard down and on that outer corner to right-handed hitters. Likes to come across her body, scattered those 4 hits on the 110 pitches. Just an outstanding effort against South Carolina to pick up the win.
Yeah, she threw a complete game 3-hitter to beat Tennessee in the regular season. And a big moment here, trying to shut the door before Tennessee can get something going. Both these teams into the NCAA tournament, but for Tennessee, they are on that Supers host bubble. If you can get a top 8 seed, you can play at home in the regionals and the Supers. And for Ole Miss, last year's run to the quarterfinals sparked their postseason run to their first ever World Series trip.
We talked about their strength of schedule and how important it is to iron sharpens iron. You say it all the time. You get into big moments, big games like this, and you're tested. You know you've got that confidence in an athlete, and there is nothing better and more powerful than a confident athlete.
So here's Alana Leach. Started swing at that, strike one.
A lot of similarities also with Aycock. Drop balls hard at 70 miles an hour down in the zone.
Ground ball to first. Yamas gets the lead runner at second. One down. The book on Boyer has been good recently for Ole Miss. So here comes Gabby Leach.
Ball.
Miles an hour on that outfield. Leach struck out on the first, got hit by a pitch in the third. She pulls it to Yamas. Same deal. And not good coverage there by Mackenzie Pickens. Couldn't get to the base in time to try for the double play. But again, they do get the lead runner, 2 down.
This is an Ole Miss team that can turn double plays too, 27 on the year, but those last 2 giving up on the speed of the Leach sisters getting down the line.
Here's Emma Clark. Tennessee was fired up between innings, trying to swing the momentum in their favor, and Boyer is trying to shut that down.
And when you look at this Ole Miss pitching staff, coming into today's game, as a staff, they had walked 213 hitters this year. Their team had only drawn 187 walks. So just think of the advantage they're giving away. Now that they've tightened that up, this has become a premier pitching staff.
Ball.
And that's really the key. We talk about it all the time. Sound like a broken record. The free passes. Typically, the teams that win the freebie wars end up winning the ball game. So a good job of scattering those free passes, working around them.
None of the 4 have scored.
Exactly.
For Tennessee. Opposite way, Clark, and there's Applin. Side retired. To the 6th inning. Upset brewing in Lexington.
Skittles. Sweet, spicy.
Fuego the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Seatbelts help prevent injury. Colgate Total helps prevent oral health problems.
Coming through.
Ay, caramba. Who put these in Messi? Only Duracell is built different with power boost ingredients. That's why goats like Messi only run on Duracell.
Play ball.
Power boost.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the Big Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Yeah, that looks pretty good, but do you still get bottomless chips and salsa? Okay, and what about a bottomless drink? Sure, but answer this. Is Chili's Big Crispy Sandwich bigger than McDonald's McCrispy? Oh, well, yeah, that is way bigger. So all of that deliciousness is still just $10.99? Oh, fast food is not gonna like this. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
At the Home Depot, get more backyard for your budget with low prices guaranteed. You'll get more ways to make it yours during Spring Backyard Days, now through May 6th at the Home Depot.
Welcome back to the 2026 SEC Softball Tournament on the SEC Network, presented by T-Mobile. Now let's revisit, Smitty, that 5th inning.
A lot of craziness going on. Karlyn Pickens looks like she has strike 3 and the inning is over, but the call down to third, they say she does not go. She clearly does. So Mackenzie Pickens is ended up getting hit on the foot. And then how about the RBI right back up the middle? Madi George, the freshman, getting it done. And Coach Weekly saying that is on you. Those 2 runs scoring on free passes is how they got on base. So 2 big runs scoring with 2 outs.
And Madi George clutch and a 4-1 lead into the 6th inning. Snagged at third by Madi Rutan. This coming out, just aggressively swinging at pitches early in the count and barreling up. This ball is just mashed right at Madi Rutan. Look at the way she's going to dive into that 5-6 hole. The reacts. Wow. Outstanding. Going down, here's Turner Griffin. Yeah, but going back to that 5th inning, I know Ole Miss capitalizing on the opportunities, but for Tennessee, they were still down 2-1. I mean, this is when they go back and look at this game, they're going to need to look at their offense and say, how do we support our pitchers? Yeah, that's been an issue really when Pickens has pitched all season. You know, they've only got 6 outs now to work with. Yeah, and ironically, the run support's less for Pickens than it is for Marjecko and Muir. Yeah, now a strikeout, but the ball gets away from Morrison. You can just see things are wheels falling off the cart. So that goes off the end of the glove of Morrison. That ball's got some movement down and away. I'm sure Pickens right now is going in her mind, like, what do I have to do in order to get a strikeout? I get a strikeout, and I get the call, the check down to third to the umpire, and then I get a strikeout. It goes a little bit of everything going against her here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so a 1-out base runner for Ryan Starr. Check that. That's a pinch hitter, Rachel Cummins. Pops it up. Foul would give way to 9. 2 down.
Ironically, the second strikeout that Pickens ends up getting ends up at first base. So this is just some craziness. Taylor Malvin. Pickens continues to fire at 70 plus.
Ball.
And this is where Karlyn, we see all the velocity that she has, but we still realize she's a young pitcher. I think that as she matures, she'll work on some pitches that maybe have some more action in and out of the zone, more curve, more screwballs, going to definitely help her.
Legging it out safe at first is Malvin. And 2 on, and they'll pass the bat to the top of the order.
It's a slow developing play because of the high hop. Ella Dodge does a good job to go get it, but because of that high hop, it is going to be a close play over at first. And we'll see. Look at the high hop on this. She knows she gets it. She's really quick release. But it's the speed of Malvin, and she sees it. She knows it. Getting down that line.
Chance here for Kennedy Bunker. Swings at the rise out of the zone. Ole Miss third inning in a row with some disruption.
Ball.
Ball in the dirt. Throw down the second, not in time.
On that last pitch in the dirt, that's Pickens' changeup. That's 65 miles an hour. That pitch used to be 61, 62 miles an hour. And 3 miles an hour doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. Percentage-wise.
Ball. 3-1. The 6th seed Texas A&M already upset today. 3 upsets in our first 5 games here at the SEC tournament. And the 5 seed Tennessee in trouble. Full count. Three-two pitch from Pickens. Opposite way base hit. We're going to send the runner. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Safe at home. It's Tenley Grisham. Ole Miss, and Tennessee will challenge.
Good throw coming in from Leach. Morrison with the tag.
Tennessee is reviewing the call at home plate. The call on the field is under review.
Almost a swim move. It looks like she has the left hand coming in. To avoid the tag, comes to her back. Look at the way she comes to her back and reaches with the right hand.
Let's see if the glove hits the helmet here at all. Is there any contact there? What a slide by Grisham.
Call that
after review. The call on the field is changed.
Yep.
The runner is out. Tennessee has 2 challenges remaining.
Good call. The swipe tag there on that last look did get her in the helmet before the hand touched home. It'll remain 4-1 to the bottom of the 6th.
Saturday, after the biggest weekend in WWE, what happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay there.
Sweet, sweet revenge.
it follows you. And in Tampa, it hits back.
Old scores are settled. It's personal. It's Backlash.
Stream Backlash Saturday at 6 Eastern on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
ABC's David Muir, the most trusted anchor in America, the most watched anchor in America. Thank you for making ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir the #1 newscast in America. Most trusted, most watched. David Muir.
Whoa.
You need some water.
I need a martini. I'm Stanley Tucci, and I want to invite you on a journey to Italy. Wow. Oh my God. Delicious. All right, should we eat?
Let's go for a walk.
Dad, can we go for the walk?
Hey, Dad. We couldn't sleep.
Welcome in, Dari Torrey Haley. We'll see you after the game to get you set for Georgia LSU. In fact, we'll have an on-field conversation with Georgia shortstop Emily Digby. Also recap the day as it was. Winners from this game will be up here with us, but how about what we're seeing?
Man, that play at the plate, it was tight. You know, Jamie Traxel was sending her because she didn't send her earlier in that game.
How about the outfielders making some plays? Phenomenal throw, getting the out. Love to see it.
Big opportunity for the Rebels to move on, guys.
3-1 lead, Dari. Thank you very much for Ole Miss over Tennessee to the bottom of the 6th. And coming up for the Lady Vols, 5, 6, and 7. Just 3 hits so far on the day.
The offense is, it's been anemic. I mean, they're not barreling up balls. They're around pitches. Sorts. Ball. See if they can make adjustments here late in the game. 6 outs to work with.
Base runners in every inning, but they are 1 for 13 with a runner aboard.
And you know, Beth, when you look at your scorecard, they just haven't moved it. Even when they get aboard, there's non-productive outs. There's just no rhythm within the offense right now.
6 outs to work with. Against Emily Boyer on in relief for Ole Miss. She and Kyra Aycock have been a good combo so far, and Holly reaches one down.
Well, and now you can tell that Tennessee is starting to chase outside of the zone. The pressure is on. This pitch is well out of the zone, and look at the chase on this. Holly going after a pitch that's well out of the strike zone. That's a ball. That's a pitch that you've got to say yes, yes, no, and hold up on.
Here's Elsa Morrison. She has one of the hits and scored their only run back in the 2nd inning. Can Ole Miss do what they did to Tennessee in the regular season? So good against the Lady Vols. Look at that. They won 2 of 3. Look at the difference when they face Tennessee against everybody else in the SEC.
It's the ERA, it's explosive against everybody else, but at Tennessee, they are on point.
They are their 2 signature wins on the resume, trying to add another one. I mean, a deep run in this SEC tournament for them would put them on the host bubble, similar to the run they made in 2017 when they won the SEC tournament 4 games in 4 days. 2 down.
Glenn chasing a pitch out of the zone.
Tennessee's best comeback of the season. They did it twice against LSU, coming from 4 down. There's Sophia Knight.
Ball, that's too far out.
Winner of this one, against Texas in the quarterfinals, and then still to come later tonight, our 8-9 matchup, LSU and Georgia.
I think the other thing that's interesting as well is that we haven't seen a lot of adjustments even within the box. I mean, right now, Tennessee's being hammered at the lower half of the zone. Both Boyer and Aycock are heavy down ball pitchers, and finally a little bit of movement now up in the box trying to catch that pitch. Does decrease your velocity.
See if Tennessee too may be considering a switch back to the starter, Sage Margetto. Will she come on in the 7th? 1-2 pitch. Chase knock. And the Lady Vols rally on 2.
And this is about adjustments. This is Sophia Knight being at the front of the box. And when you're hitting off a drop ball pitcher, look at where she's at. They are finally making an adjustment. So she barrels up that ball before it starts that downward trajectory. And great job of getting those hands down, barrel on plane on a drop ball before it really starts to move down in the zone. And those are the adjustments that Tennessee's going to have to make in order to hit pitches well in the zone.
This is Bella Faw, the RBI single in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th. An Ole Miss match what Auburn has done. The Tigers, the 14 seed, have already advanced. They'll play Florida tomorrow with the upset today over Texas A&M. Ole Miss trying to move on to the quarters as well. Texas awaits a team that swept them during the regular season. One more game to go tonight, and then our quarterfinals get underway 11 Eastern on SEC Network with Florida and Auburn. There's the double bye teams, the top 4 seeds jump in the pool. Ball. Ball. 3-0.
Fall not to chase out of the zone.
Hard shot to short, and it's gloved by Reisner to end the inning. 3-run Ole Miss lead to the 7th.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
What happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay there. It follows you. And in Tampa, it hits back.
It's Backlash.
Stream Backlash Saturday at 6 Eastern on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
All right, guys, live on ESPN at 5.
I wonder why the Roman Empire failed. Is cereal a soup? I wonder what ESPN stands for.
I'm home.
The SEC softball tournament on the SEC network. There are World Series contenders. Everybody's a threat.
The depth of this league has been unmatched.
We're into the postseason with a lot of big moments.
We can't wait to get going.
Let's go.
The 2026 SEC Softball Tournament presented by T-Mobile continues through Thursday on SEC Network and the ESPN app. Turn it up.
The SEC and SEC Network thank our official corporate sponsors for their continued support of our student athletes during every championship season.
The 2026 SEC Softball Tournament on the SEC Network is presented by T-Mobile, America's best network.
To the 7th inning, and this is a big inning for Tennessee. Have they done enough work for the selection committee? Right now, they are on that host bubble at number 8. They have the 3rd most top 25 wins of anybody in the country, including wins head-to-head over UCLA and Oregon, and a loss to Duke. So they are familiar with the folks right around them. Only Oklahoma and Texas have more top 25 wins than Tennessee does. And it may not suit them well to get bounced in their first game here, but that's what they're looking at. Down to Ole Miss, 4-1. 3 outs left to work with, and first the Rebels will go to work.
Well, we've seen this tournament make and break teams.
Top 16 host a regional. Top 8, if they win their home regional, stay at home for the Supers. Last year they were a top 8, beat Nebraska in the Supers to get to the World Series.
Coach Weakley talked about the importance of a tournament like this. Nothing to lose, go out there and play, get after it. And Tennessee ends up dropping this game. They're going to go back and look at film.
Pickens, skies left to right. Lady Vols do have the top of their order coming up in the bottom of the 7th, but they have only mustered 4 hits against really good Ole Miss pitching.
Yeah, and I think it's the lack of adjustments. We started seeing it a little bit. Sophia Knight, that last inning, moved up in the box fall as well. She's charged that ball, but you have to make those adjustments a little bit earlier in the game. It's hard to do it when you only have 6 outs left. Now they're down to 3 outs.
Will get a pinch hitter in the 9 spot, and then Ella Dodge and the Leach sisters for Tennessee.
Ball. There's the changeup again in the dirt, 63 miles an hour. That's going to be the pitch that Pickens goes back and really works on, because you've got to be able to use that against a Percy Yamas or against a Madi George. You've got to have something that you can mix up speeds with.
These are big matchups for her right here with Yamas and George, 3 and 4 hitters. Yamas has reached twice, a single and a walk. And now 3 times. That walk on 4 pitches. And here comes Madi George as we take a look at the best in the game, brought to you by T-Mobile.
Madi George with a pitch on the inner half, attacking, drives that right back up the middle. Just going to play 2 runs on that single in the 5th inning.
And here she comes again.
Ball. I think what's also impressive, Beth, is it's the batting average, just a skosh under 400 with the 21 home runs. So it's power, it's average.
Fearless does have a home run off of Pickens in the regular season. Lines that to 3rd, 2 down.
And just on time. I mean, she is not fooled. It's a loud out.
Cassie Reisman. Ball in the dirt. Yamas will advance. Now
wild pitch from Pickens. And some of the uncharacteristic misses that we've seen from Pickens. Wild pitches, 3 passes, 3 walks, and a hit batter. Wall. We're going to rise ball, and her release is too high, so the pitch is actually moving from high to higher, for lack of better words, but it's already identifiable. It's a swing and miss there, 2-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Another 2-2 pitch. Ball. Full count. Staying right in there. Good fight. She's not fooled by anything. Swinging at pitches that are out of the zone, getting rid of stuff that's close. Pickens already up to 66 pitches. Got her. Last chance coming up for Tennessee. The 5 seeds in trouble against Ole Miss.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
Making every dollar count is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we help you find more ways to save on car insurance. Good students in your house? Savings. Drive safe? Congrats, you save. Drive less? More savings. Multiple vehicles? Savings. Bundle home and auto? You guessed it. Savings. You can live a lot of life with all those savings. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Guys, no feet on the court.
I'm sorry, I thought these were the extra legroom seats.
No.
We had more legroom on the flight here.
Can't wait to get back on our plane.
Let's go! Let's go!
There isn't one thing that makes the SEC special. There are a million different things. The students, the legends, the fans, the passions, the traditions. And when it all comes together, it just means more.
Oh, Ole Miss has been having themselves a time today. Rallying from a deficit for a 4-1 lead into the 7th inning. For the 2nd year in a row, trying to shock the SEC tournament and knock off a high seed. As the postseason push is on. They took 2 of 3 from the Lady Vols in the regular season, trying to tack on another one here. And join Auburn for the first time in SEC tournament history to have 2 double-digit Collegiate seeds win their first 2 games. Tigers have already advanced to the quarters against Florida tomorrow. Ole Miss trying for a showdown with Texas tomorrow. 9 and then the top of the order for Tennessee. This is a pinch hitter. Meredith Barnard. Just her 31st at-bat of the season for the freshman out of Parker, Colorado. Facing Emily Boyer. She is tag teamed with Kyra Aycock to throw a gem just outside the line. Karen Weekly going deep into the stat sheet on this one. Yeah. Smitty, her last pinch hit appearance was against Ole Miss. And as a pinch hitter, she's 2-12 on the season. Down here, 1-2. Ball.
Barnhart, she also picks up a lefty in the box, a little bit more speed than Rutan in this 9-hole, and if she can turn it over, she'll get dodge up. And the Leach sisters get it in play, put some pressure on the defense. Ground ball to second. And Ole Miss 2 outs away from an upset, and now they've got to deal with the top of the order. Ella Dodge has reached 3 times with a single and 2 walks. Held so far to just 4 hits and the 1 run on the day. And it's interesting when we talk with Coach Traxel as well. Keys to this tournament, one of the things that she said is that keep our opponents out of scoring position. They have done a great job of that today. Ella Dodge is the only Vol to get into scoring position.
Infield pop up, 2 down. And now it's down to the Leaches.
Yeah, just shut down offense and defense. This Ole Miss team.
Alana is 0 for 3. The growth has been spectacular for Leach. A reserve for her first couple of seasons. She was not a starter on opening day for Tennessee and got a chance early to shine and did just that. And has become a 300 hitter with power in her first year as an everyday starter.
Oh, that's what they say. Make your performance so good they can't keep you out of the lineup. That's what Alana Leach has done.
Out in front. Boyer wanted that one. 2-1. Second time.
All right, I'm back.
Has seen
I still have my thing on mute and I was trying to talk.
That Boyer faced coming on in relief in the fifth.
Go back to One Blairo. Not One Blairo, but John Petrick. John Petrick says he may not like cricket celebration, but throw 76 miles an hour does not wear a face mask, no gear, no fear.
Continue at the SEC.
I just,
3 of the first 5
I don't mind
games
just celebrating John. It's just, I think it's just a little over the top for my taste. That's all I was saying about it. When Blair says enjoy Pickens while you can, should be gone soon. Kind of like Montana Fouts of Alabama. That is true.
last teams in the league.
Well, Blair also says after seeing what happened to Paige Lowry, all pitchers should have to wear.
That's what we're seeing at this SEC tournament.
Had a few errands to run. I'm back.
Ground ball to second, and it's bobbled. And Tennessee
61
has
people in the chat.
Pickens could not
62
pick it
now.
cleanly.
If you don't mind, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Those two things are important to the channel.
Mackenzie Pickens going into that
It,
3-4 hole. It looks like this is
allows us to do this for free. Keeps
Gets
the
a glove on
algorithm
it, just
amped
off
up.
the heel of
So
it.
hitting the like button and subscribing are absolutely free. It only takes 2
Just
seconds.
a
Please
little
get
bit of
that.
a bump, and you can see that Boyer's like, hey, it's okay. Love to see the pitchers
And
working with the
go run a
infield.
few errands.
It's
I
all
picked me
right,
up
we
some
got this.
supper. Got me some double teriyaki. You get 2 choices of meat, but I like double teriyaki chicken from the drive-thru Chinese place up here.
The two sisters who
So that's what I'm
follow in
having
the
for supper
footsteps
tonight.
of two older
Double
sisters.
teriyaki
A
chicken
full
combo
family of
with some
Lady
fried
Vols
rice
softball
and an egg
players.
roll and some sweet and sour sauce and some
With Alana on base, here's Gabby.
some soy sauce. Dude, what are y'all having for supper tonight? Got me a little Chinese teriyaki.
A 1 from Boyer. 1-1.
Boyer's been impressive these last 2 days, working on that glove side of the plate, into lefties, away from righties. Continues to throw hard on that corner.
And for the second time, Tennessee down to its final strike.
I don't know, why do you think they don't wear cups?
Ball too far.
Boyer wanted that.
John Pitcher says, why don't softball players wear
Walk here brings the tying run to the plate.
Why don't softball players wear cups? John Petcher wants to know. Tammy Burton.
Swing and a miss, and
Ole Miss
pulls off the
has now beaten Tennessee 3 out of 4.
Are into the quarterfinals for the second year in a row.
Three out of 4. And that'd be Alabama 2 out of 3. You just never can tell with softball. There's so much parity, man. The worst team in the conference, that being Kentucky, almost pulled off an upset in the first round. And then you had Auburn pull off 2 upsets. Now Ole Miss has pulled off 2 upsets. So Ole Miss and Auburn are trying to get into the NCAA tournament and qualify by getting to a winning record, I think. And that'd just be more teams in the SEC tournament, right? So Ole Miss continues on. Tennessee goes 1 and out. And Tammy Burton said because they don't have balls. They don't have balls, Tammy said. But I would like to ask this question. Even though women don't have balls, at least not the fake women. At least, I mean, not the real women. Fake women do have balls. Transgenders, they got balls. But, Tammy, anybody in here, doesn't it hurt? Wouldn't it hurt just as badly if a woman got hit in her private parts by a softball? That's why I think maybe women should wear a cup of some sort too. Maybe they do. Y'all wear some kind of protective gear for that region, Tammy? Since John Patrick brought it up, don't y'all get mad at me. Y'all come here, y'all always saying I'm being risque and I'm always towing the line, but I didn't bring it up. John did, so I'm just expounding on John's question. So don't kill the messenger here. All right, we're going to get ready for LSU and Georgia. It's going to be our first triple header ever. LSU and Georgia start at 7 o'clock, supposedly. So I'll see you guys and gals at 7 o'clock. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm fixing to go eat my chicken teriyaki from the Chinese drive-thru with the fried rice and egg roll with the sweet and sour and soy sauce and all that good shit. There's the bracket. Y'all check that bracket out before you leave. That'll be good to know. Texas plays Ole Miss. So it's going to be Long Turds against Ole Miss in the quarterfinals. So Texas might catch a break in their game. Alabama's not going to catch a break. We draw Arkansas. Go figure. Texas is a lower seed, and they get an easier game. That sounds just like something Texas would do. Put your tongue back in your mouth, girl. Damn, you tongue it all out your mouth, man. Gonna bite your damn tongue off. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you want to be an outlaw posse like Bill Bates, Juan Bolero, John Petrick, among others, Tammy Burton, Richard Burton, all of them have their badge or deputized. If you want that badge, you want to get deputized, get random force and shout outs, $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. That's half a bottle of water for the outlaw. KMCA to all the other teams. So, oh, by the way, it's a join button over by the subscribe button. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now dismissed. See y'all in an hour or less than an hour.